Hey, Scriptgoat. You were fast. Someone's been counting the minutes. Hey, Mary. Hey, Trash Pandy. Barbara. Hey, Lindsay. How's it going? Yeah. It's going. Hey, hey, Donna. Hey, Keisha. So I did take calls today. Hey, Anunnaki. I was on the phones for... What time would it have been? About 4 hours, I guess. Hey, Kitchen Zombie. So I was set to be on the phones for, I guess, about 4 hours, with my lunch being in there. Hey, Lukazu. Okay, I've been waiting yet. You've been waiting since I got off my last live, haven't you, Scrapegoat? Hey, Bully. You've just been sitting at your computer for the past 22 hours. Like, hey, Peach Cobbler. Anyway, yeah. So I was about. Hey, Lindsay. So yeah, I think about 4 hours that I was on the phones. I took 3 calls in that time, and none of them were long. They were all short calls. So, yeah, there's really not much in the way of phone calls with this place. Sadly, the fact that I'm not taking calls does not mean that I don't have to do anything. I am still expected to deal with email tickets when I'm not in a call. So, still had to work. Just English. Just English is okay. Why did my mom's calls and texts? Is that okay? Texts? No. You should respond to the text mess. You should probably respond to texts. Phone calls? Yeah, absolutely. Don't ignore phone calls. Just ignore phone calls. Who the hell uses a phone for calls? Who the hell uses a phone for its intended purpose? Fucking psychopath, that's who. What do I do for at home work? It is customer service, but I don't want to go into details about like who it is I'm working for, like what the business does or anything. Told her I need space. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. If you're not in the mood to talk, you're not in the mood to talk. Would they let me speak English backwards or? No, I think they're. I think they'd be worried. I think they'd probably be worried about magic spells. So I'm not able to Zatanna shit. Morse code. No, I can't. I never answer my mom's calls or listen to voicemails. I mean, I'll listen to a voicemail. If somebody leaves me a voicemail, I'll listen to it. I usually will answer. Like if I'm available, like if I'm not, if I'm not busy, then I will usually answer when somebody calls. But it's always spam. It's always some fucking spam call. Yes, my job is work from home. In my defense, we live 3 houses apart. Yes, that is a good. We'll literally never check your voicemail. You should. Thanks, Paulie. But yeah, Trash Pandy, in your case, that is absolutely fair. If you're like down the street, like if you live close enough that she could come yell at your door, no, Scapegoat. Public transportation. I have not AM. I honestly don't remember the last time I took public transport. It would have been either 2019 or maybe start of 2020. I think I might have taken one at the start of 2020. Text nerd calls. What do I prefer? Um, I prefer to avoid both. Like, leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. No, texting, but I'm not very good at it, frankly. Hey, honey bunny. Yes, I know my mom's phone number by heart. I'm not saying it. Eight zero zero 8135. Before COVID, when the plan was you were going to live in the village but still work in the office, was my plan to take public transport to work? Yes. Yeah, I would have been taking public transport. It was too far to walk at that point. So yeah, I was going to be busing to work in that case. Work in the orifice. I do some of my best work in the orifice. Okay, with texting, but everyone I know Snapchats, and if you don't open it, the person can see it, and that's too much pressure. And then once you do open it, you're obligated to respond. When I was a kid, we used to call 1-800 fat girl over and over. Was that like an actual, what was it like? Was it actually like 800 fat girl? Like it was it for anything? Like did they had a primary master pad how easy it was to find a place to stick it in? So it was specifically for fat girls? So it's like a phone sex line for. They pass you on to the paid line. Uh, my mom's place is walking distance. Bear in mind, Cornwall, most of Cornwall is a pretty reasonable walking distance. Keisha lost one of my jobs today, huh? That sucks, Keisha. Anunnaki, I honestly like I've barely heard of Frank Ocean. I barely know who Frank Ocean is. So wish I was walking distance with my mom. Yeah. We could never really know if the women were fat at all. Exactly. Yeah, I mean they could have been skinny girls. They could have been like they could have been gym bunnies pretending to be fat. If I get free tickets, flights, and accommodation, would I attend Coachella next year? I mean, I don't know. Oh, good night, Lindsay. Like, who's at this year's Coachella? I don't think there's anyone at this year's Coachella that interested me. Bjork is okay. Gorillaz kind of cool. Blondie. But, yeah. Wet Leg. It's Wet Leg the band that I'm thinking of. I don't think it is. Not bad. Wet Leg is good. I like Wet Leg. Wet Leg. There's a few songs I've heard by them that are pretty cool. Like I've only heard a handful of songs by Wet Leg, but they're cool. Does the young Metro trust me? I don't know. Love to see Gorillaz. Go to Coachella in a crop top. Hey, Beans. What are we talking about? Somebody asked if I would go to Coachella. What the hell is Coachella? It is a music festival. Who else? All these bands, and I don't care about any of them. I don't I don't fit in among people, Anunnaki. Jeez. Debbie Harry must be 80 years old. I mean, she's getting up there in age, I imagine, but probably still rocks. Like, she probably still fucking rocks the stage, you know? Jesus Christ, the list just keeps going. The list never ends, and I don't care about any of them. The Linda Lindas. I think I've heard one or two songs by the Linda Lindas. They seem like a fun band, so they'd be cool to see. 8 crowds of people having fun. No, so do I. There we go. So, yeah. So basically, no one at this year's lineup that I would have given a shit about. Curious about last year's lineup. No, I never liked Blink 182. Never enjoyed them. Hey, A&W. I mean, Billie Eilish is kind of neat, I guess. Yeah, so right now I'm just going to look at last year's lineup as well. Hey, Liberace. I mean, weekends are a thing when you work for them. Rage Against the Machines next year? That'd be cool. I do kind of wish I'd gotten to see them at Ottawa Blues Fest last year. Like, it's one of those things where it's like it couldn't really happen. Like, we couldn't really make it happen. Me and Chantel, like, I didn't want to go alone, and Chantel didn't want to go at all. And I'm not sure how much fun I necessarily would have had on it going in, honestly, either. Being in a big crowd of people in the summer, not really my idea of a good time. I suspect, hey, Cam. I suspect, oh, and hi, Raptor. I suspect I would have enjoyed the idea of going to watch Rage Against the Machine at Blues Fest more than I would have enjoyed the actual experience of going to watch Rage Against the Machine at Blues Fest. Left me to do a react to Courtney and Travis' wedding. I don't care. I don't care about either of them. Love to see Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. Like I said, it's one of those things where it'd be cool, but it's one of those things where, in theory, I'd like to go. In practice, I'm not sure how much I'd actually enjoy it. Here's my reaction to the wedding, Liberace. I hope they're happy together. The only way I can handle big crowds is MDMA. Am I getting gaming later today? I don't know. I don't know what I'll do for that. I don't know what I'll do for the gaming. Something I'll need to figure out. Anyway, let me take a look at last year's Coachella lineup. See if there would have been anyone there that I would have given a shit about. I'm guessing probably not really. So yeah. Rebecca Black. I think I've listened to a couple of Amyl and the Sniffers songs. The Regrets are okay. Avalanches. So yeah, Coachella is just not really my scene. So the answer to the earlier question, if I were given, if I had paid flight and accommodations, pretty sure I still wouldn't want to go to Coachella. Stuck among huge crowd of people, listening to music I don't give a shit about. Pass. Throat choke. Heard Frank Ocean was a massive toss salad this year. Didn't even play his best hit. Frank Ocean killed the vibe. He came late and passed curfew. That's kind of a shame, I guess. I validate. Good news, Cam. I can't get validate to work, so I don't think I'll be able to play that one ever again. I've uninstalled and reinstalled a couple times, and it wasn't working. I've got it just completely uninstalled now. But don't worry. There are other... But don't worry, Cam. I've got other visual novels to play. Goldfrapp? Yeah, I like Goldfrapp. Train. I remember when Train came. I remember when the song Train came out. Video for that. I like that one. I dug that one. I remember seeing that one on. I think I saw it on The Wedge on Much Music. I believe they played it a couple times. Man, that show was so good. The Wedge was like their sort of alternative music show. Portishead and Mana. Love Portishead. Not sure not sure what you mean by Mana. Evil Dead? No. So I remember seeing Goldfrapp on The Wedge, specifically Train, and then I checked out a few of their other songs. I remember Chantal really liked White Horse. Well, I'm not sure. Like it's possible I do know them, Anunnaki. I'm not sure. Not emo. I suffered a mild to medium case of goth. Hey, John, thanks. What time? It's about 20 to 3 here. I'm Ontario. Yeah, whatever, boxing. Yeah, band by the name of Mana doesn't ring any bells. Massive Attack? Massive Attack I didn't quite get into as much. Too old to go through Nemo phase? I don't know about that. But yeah, it's Massive Attack. There are a few Massive Attack songs that I do really like. Um, Six Underground, fucking awesome song. Um, What Your Soul Sings, beautiful. Unfinished Sympathy, great song. Karma Coma, love Karma Coma. Oh, and shit, Six Underground is a different band. Six Underground isn't even the. Yeah, that's Sneaker Pimps. Yeah, Karma Coma, Protection. I liked Protection. Teardrop. So yeah, I mean, there's a few songs that I did like by Massive Attack, but I didn't really get into them the way I did Portishead. I loved Portishead. Fucking loved them. Got pretty obsessed with Portishead. I did get kind of obsessed with them. Started with Rhodes. You know, Tank Girl. You know, I watched Tank Girl on TV, and what was the best song from Portishead? The best song is really tough. Like, it's hard to say what their best song is. Rhodes is up there. I feel like Rhodes has got to be up there as one of their absolute best. Um, Sour Times and Glory Box, both amazing. I really love All Mine. That is such a great, unsettling song. You know, like that song is just creepy in a really good way. Um, Only You is good. I actually really like Elysium. One second here. Looking through, and I just found that one of the songs on my computer was totally mislabeled. Creepy. So, creepy, or so like, All Mine is a song about obsession. Mosh pit? No, I wouldn't do a mosh pit. So, like, it is a song about basically like claiming somebody whether they like it or not. Weird tap, I guess, Cam. Have I ever been under? Yes, when I had my wisdom teeth out. They put me under for my wisdom teeth removal. No, I am not mixing with pee. Does it have fluoride? Probably. I would think so. We claimed each other. Yes, all four out at the same time. Like, I don't remember if it was something where. trying to think. I don't really remember if there's something where like all four were like where all four needed to be removed. Britta? Fuck that. Yes, I do have to share the laundry room. Yeah, I don't remember like if all four needed to be removed or if it's one of those things where it's like, well, if we're removing two of them, yeah, if we're removing some, may as well get them all. I don't remember if it's like they all had to be removed or if it's just getting them all at once just for simplicity's sake. I mean, they're friendly, but I tend to keep to myself just because I can't tend to keep to myself. Um, like whenever I go down to microwave my dinner, if one of them's sort of in the kitchen, we'll chat. Yes, I mean, yeah. There's a bathroom up here. They use the bathroom downstairs. I use the one up here. See, iconic brown shirt. In the laundry hamper. It's dirty. It needs to be washed. No human interaction. I mean, occasional. I get occasional human interaction. Yeah, I mean, I visit my mom fairly regularly. I mean, it's their house. They're allowed to come up. Tea and crumpets? I don't like tea. For now, I am. I'm good here for now. Woke up when they were extracting my wisdom teeth. So I remember a circular, so next time pliers, after that stitches. I think I started to wake up once during the operation, during the removal. I think fairly early on, like I think fairly shortly after I was put under, I started to wake up a little bit and they just adjusted and then that was it. What if they do the dirty in the middle of the night? I don't know. Their house. I don't hear them. Have they made any new friends? No. Local anesthetic for wisdom teeth removal? Ugh. That honestly sounds awful, AM. Wisdom teeth removal is one of those things where I think it's better to be put fully under. Was my worst injury? When I broke my front teeth. I've always been very careful and um I don't remember if that was, I honestly don't remember if that was covered by OHIP or by my mom's job. Dental isn't covered. I mean, it depends, Bugs. That was broken teeth. Slipped on ice and broke my teeth. I slipped on ice. Veneers? Basically, yeah. I had to have a root canal, so yeah, they just sort of basically fake teeth. So yeah, just like shattered right in half. With the teeth stuck in the ice? No. Picture? No. Don't have a picture of it. I think I will pass, Cam. Like, no. No, I mean, they've shattered. Like, there's nothing to keep. And I was still in elementary school. I was like grade 7 or 8. I don't remember what year it was. Grade 6, 7, or 8. It was one like in that range. Grade 6 to 8. Hey, Summerlin, so glad you're on. You help me when I'm anxious. Aw, thanks, Summerlin. I'm happy to help. And hey, lover girl. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I was young. I was still in elementary school, and pretty shocked at falling and breaking my teeth. So no, I did not think of collecting the bits of broken teeth. Was that fault? I mean, mostly me. So what was happening was it was recess. Like as at school, it was lunch break. I think. No, it wasn't a bully. No, it was, so I was at school. It was lunch. I think a bunch of us were like out in the behind the school, just sort of playing around. Like there was a patch of ice, so run up and slide down the patch of ice because this was before the days of smartphones. So yeah, you had to find your own fun. Um, Thanks, Beans. So I was taking my turn, and one of the kids just sort of stuck his arm out, like not even like just casually, like didn't even like, and that's not what knocked me down. What happened is it sort of didn't see. I mean, it was like playful. It wasn't even like he didn't even have like he wasn't even tensing it. Like he didn't even tense it to clothesline me. But what happened is so like I sort of hit his arm and sort of like knocked it away, and then I sort of turned around, and that's when I lost my balance. So like I turned around while I was still sliding and just completely lost my balance and fell. Bechamel? No. Peeing is the finishing move. It's like he obviously like he didn't even want to knock me down. It was it was just nothing. It was nothing. It just caused me to lose my balance because I turned around to look at him. Hey, Sally. I hate myself for being here right now. Aw. Oh, that sucks, Andy. I hope you feel better about yourself. As we can go. I mean, just started. It just started less than an hour ago. I've been on my weekend for less than an hour now. My weekend so far has basically consisted of this. It's basically consisted of this particular live that I'm on right now. So not great. Okay, just wasn't expecting so much pee talk. That's fair. That's definitely fair, Andy. Got your first cup of coffee. Nice, Cam. Congratulations. Ko-Fi is cool because it lets you keep 100% of it. You don't have to split it with something. Team Huddle. I mean, not since I started my shift, but I mean, it's King Von being Rap's first serial killer. Congratulations? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to think of that. I'm not I'm not a fan of serial killers, so I have not scapegoat. I don't think I will. I'm not into rap. Like I've never really been interested in rap. What's my favorite rap song? My favorite rap song, honestly, probably Vicious Battle Raps by uh, DJ Format featuring Abdominal. Scatman. Scatman's good. Yeah, there's this Canadian DJ Format and a Canadian rapper by the name of Abdominal. And yeah, they've got a song called Vicious Battle Raps. And it's fun. It's a neat, fun song, honestly. Field trip. No, I don't like filming outside. I don't like filming outside. It's weird and uncomfortable to me. Connor's like, I'm in Cornwall. We don't have Connors in Cornwall. Can't do Connors anymore. Can't eat there anymore. Honestly, I got kind of tired of them. We ordered them often enough that I actually got pretty tired of Connors. Didn't like me when I was first in YouTube videos. Neither did I, Scapegoat. Field trip to my bed. Swiss Chalet. We do have Swiss Chalet here, I think. Yeah, we got Swiss Chalet in Cornwall. It's shit. What's that place it's combined with? Swiss Chalet. It's like it's combined with a different place. It's some pretty nice. Well, maybe it's not. It is just a Swiss Chalet. For some reason, I thought it was like a Swiss Chalet combined with a different restaurant. For some reason, I thought it was like a Swiss Chalet mixed with like a Harvey's or something like that. But no, I guess it is just a Swiss Chalet of its own independent building. Though they have in the past, I guess, been okay. So I guess in the past it's been like a Harvey's slash Swiss Chalet. But I guess the one in Cornwall is no longer. Or maybe it is. Okay, yeah, I think it is. Yeah. All right. So I think the Swiss Chalet here is like double thing where it's like Swiss Chalet plus Harvey's. Or it's permanently closed. It seems it is actually permanently closed. So Cornwall might not have a Swiss Chalet anymore. I haven't been down that way, and I haven't really been down that way lately. So, no, Cam. Is prostitution legal in Canada? I'm actually not sure what the legal status of prostitution is in Canada. I haven't really looked it up much. Andy, I mean, mostly out of habit. It's a side hustle now. It's a little bit of extra cash. Just a couple hundred extra bucks in my pocket. No particular ambitions. I do plan on playing the upcoming Star Trek game when that comes. Star Trek Resurgence, once it drops next month, I will be playing that on here. I'm going to do I guess, a blind Let's Play of that. I don't really like to do blind Let's Plays. They're not my favorite. Blind Let's Plays are not my favorite kind. I do prefer Let's Plays that are like really informative, but I don't want to wait. Yeah, I just want to play the game. So in this case, it'll be a blind Let's Play. Once that's done, I'll see sort of. I will see sort of how I manage recording it with my work schedule. Like I'll see sort of how I manage it with my work schedule. It usually is. It usually is pretty random, Andy. Blindfolded? Not playing blindfolded, no. I mean, it's. I don't think it's that kind of game, Anunnaki. Lawn chair? So yeah, so as I play that game, I'll see sort of how my Let's Play with of Star Trek Resurgence works with my work schedule, and depending on how it goes, I might launch into a Let's Play of the Final Fantasy series. Kirk would never pee himself, or would he? I mean, probably would. What's wrong with the launcher and sunlight? The sunlight part. And the being outside part. Let me sit at my computer. 16 at soon, yep. Hey, sleepy bird. Yeah, aside from Final Fantasy, I will be honest, I do want to do as well. Like I would actually love to do a Let's Play of the Life is Strange games. So again, that's something where depending on sort of how much money I'm able to save up over the next couple months, if I'm able to get, if I'm able to save enough for a brand new sort of gaming oriented computer with a new. That one's interesting. It is. The Life is Strange games are great. Hey Frida, I've watched Let's Plays of Life is Strange, the first one and True Colors. I never actually ended up watching Life is Strange 2. I never actually watched the Let's Play of Life is Strange 2. Yeah, the main thing really is the graphics card. Because the remaster of the Life is Strange games, I think, probably requires a really good graphics card. All the jump scares are huge farts. So yeah, if I'm so I am thinking like sort of like a dedicated gaming rig. I suppose not really a gaming rig, but I do want to get a sort of gaming computer. Um, if I can do that, then I will do Let's Play of the Life is Strange games. Because, like I said, I do want it to be build one coward. No, because I'm a coward. Play a game that doesn't end. Does it just go on and on, my friend? Built mine 5 years ago, drunk on rum. Graphics cards pricey. Yeah, they are because the high end graphic cards for I'm not sure if they're still as hard as I'm not sure if it's still as bad as it was, but for a while, good graphics cards were damn near impossible to find because fucking crypto, fucking crypto mining. And I don't have any SDIs. Yay! Good news, Frida. Congratulations, Frida. Yeah, all that fucking crypto mining, that shit requires the high-end graphics cards, which meant that assholes were buying them all. So there was none available for people who wanted them for useful shit. It's why PS5s were impossible to find for so long. Scalpers in general. Well, yeah, but a lot of it did come down to crypto mining. Yeah, there was definitely scalping going on, but the scalping was a thing because crypto douchebags were buying up all the graphics cards. I mean, fucking Sony couldn't get enough graphics cards. Scoopy the Poopy. But yeah, it's just wild that even fucking Sony could not get enough graphics cards because of assholes. Because of crypto douchebags. Taylor Swift ticket 55K. I mean, the ticket itself probably costs $800. The rest is Ticketmaster. You have one? Ticketmaster's fucking. I I don't understand how Ticketmaster is still allowed to operate. In all honesty, Live Nation. I will say I genuinely don't get how Ticketmaster is still allowed to operate with impunity. It is absurd. Like the fees that they slap on cost more than the tickets themselves in a lot of cases. Like I forget which band it was. All the single furries. I forget which band it was, but they deliberately set their ticket prices really low. And then Ticketmaster just slapped on a ton of bullshit fees that were. It wasn't Pearl Jam now. But yeah, Ticketmaster slapped on bullshit fees that worked out to twice the cost of the ticket itself, like 2 or 3, 4 times the cost of the ticket itself. It is obscene. They are ripping people off. It's highway robbery and just no one has to buy like. But I mean, like if you want to see your favorite band in concert, yeah, you have to go through the people selling the tickets. It's like, yeah, if you want to see your favorite band in concert, you have to pay $1,000. Not because that's what the band is charging, but because Ticketmaster is charging. Yeah, because the band is charging $500 for their best ticket, and the Ticketmaster is slapping another $500 on it. Until people collectively have had enough. I mean, or until people until people basically force Congress to break up Ticketmaster's monopoly. What'll happen is like at some point, Congress will need to actually step in and regulate this shit. Hi, Habibi. Like it's something that they've already discussed. Like it's been discussed already in Congress. I think there's been hearings on it already. At some point, like it's going to get bad enough that it's like boycotting Ticketmaster is a lot easier than doing it with anything to do with Congress. I mean, maybe, but I kind of feel. I kind of feel like. I kind of feel like regulating concert ticket sales. I kind of feel like going after Ticketmaster would be pretty good electoral politics right now. Everybody hate, you know, everybody hates Congress. They can go after, but if they go after someone even less popular than they are, nah. I've never. Beyonce's just never been the type of music that I listen to. Nothing against her. Is just not my style. Everyone likes cheese. I mean, not everybody. There are people who don't like cheese. Obviously, it depends on the type of cheese. What's on Johnny Cash performing in prison? I mean, sure. Why not? Why wouldn't he? The color purple. Who TF gone pull up in your city, in city, looking every bit o' pretty with the itty bitty titty bitch crew? Who the fuck gone beat him with the 22 if he don't lose the attitude and run off with his credit cards too? My opinion on Israel. Um, I think that they have been. Hi, TM. I think they've committed war crimes against the Palestinians. Um, yeah. I support Israel's right to exist. I do not support their right to oppress the Palestinians. I think Michael Jackson had the Maze Skin I don't remember what it was called. Hey, Lady Di. Is that days off during the week? It is. Hey, D Woods. Okay, good night. My body's a work of art. He eaten this Van Gogh. I'm not in the bando. I'm Pablo Sandals' white beaches, candles, we sexin, Anglo. Thanks, Plains. how to support Israel's right to exist. I mean, at this point, because it's been 60 years, 70 years. It's been over 70 years at this point. On me, I'm Barbie tripping D8 9 Barbie swinging. I mean, not arguing for the entire country to be given back to the First Nations, but I'm absolutely in favor of. Hey, Halo, I'm absolutely in favor of us returning more land to them and frankly, strengthening the treaties that we signed with them. Bullshit framing boxing, but whatever. Right. Israel is currently engaging in active colonization, and that I do not approve of. Thoughts on the Patriot Act? There were some elements of it that were, just kind of overdue, but a lot of it was bullshit. The Patriot Act was like 98% bullshit. Frida? I'm not sure because I'm ignoring your chats anyway. I'm kidding, Frida. But I'm not saying that last one. That last one is unintelligible to me. Blow a kiss. Mwah. Ignoring their chat. I have not gotten an Adam and Eve sponsorship now. I don't think Adam and Eve wants to be affiliated with me. Their loss. Just imagining me trying to sell sex toys, like, buy a dildo and think of me when you use it. That's big sales right there. Hey, Anonymous. I'd totally sell shit. I'd totally sell sex toys right there. That's the face for magic wand. I do not have I'll show you my magic wand. I have a magic wand, and by magic wand, I mean, my penis. Toilet paper with that face on it. Fair. They have molds that you can make just like yours. Yep. Hey, Clem. Yeah, fuck you. Hey, West Coast lass. Bar closed again. I mean, it's 3:30 where I am. Bar's closed an hour and a half ago. Dazzler? No, I still got the Dazzler shirt. It's in my bedroom. It's at the bottom of my laundry. Hey, Kelly, thanks. You hate that shirt? That is not okay. It's a great shirt. Because Dazzler's awesome. There's some bars in industrial areas that cater to second and third shift. Yeah, maybe. I feel like in Ontario, bars. Bear in mind, I'm in Ontario. I'm pretty sure in Ontario, bars almost always close at 2 a.m. Sometimes earlier, yeah, I think, but Dazzler dazzles. That she does. I don't work like a real man does. True. I don't know those bars. True enough. PO box. I don't know. Okay. These those bars stay up until like 5. Bars here have to close 2:30 to 6:30. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's like a. I'm honestly not sure if there's a law or like a bylaw or anything like that. Do I pay taxes to my local gang? Nah, they don't know I'm here. Frida, you want me to say that you're gonna have to pay up. Hey, trolling. Too early, but must go to work. Yeah, early sucks. Wait, local law. Yeah, yeah. I think it's similar. I think it's similar in Canada, but I'm not totally sure. Like as far as like bars having to close at 2 a.m. I'm not sure if there's actually I'm not sure there's actually a law that they have to close at 2 a.m. I have the local gang. Not even. I don't know that Cromwell used to have a lot of crime, but I don't know that it ever really had much in the way of gangs. Thoughts on the Coachella curfew? I don't know anything about it, so I don't know. The states there are laws in Canada, who knows? Google would know. So it looks like here in Canada as well. Yeah. 2 a.m. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Canada as well. 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Except, interestingly enough, New Year's Eve allows it until 3 a.m. Yeah, liquor can be sold and served. Um, yeah, permissible hours for delivery of liquor. Oh, not different. Yeah, hours for the sale and service of liquor are Monday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. here in Kanukistan. Ontario, yes. Yeah, we have the LCBO. Man walks into a bar. He says, ouch. 3 blondes walk into a bar. The fourth one ducks. I remember telling that joke. I saw that joke online. Like when I was in high school, I saw that joke on like a website of bad jokes. And I remember telling it to a girl once. Could not get her to understand the punch. Get her to understand it. Like she just literally, like it literally, she could not understand that joke. It was not Chantal. It did. It. She did not get it. She did not get it right away. It did take her. It did take her a few moments to get it. I think I did need to. Hey, syrup. Like I think her. She might. I think Chantal. I might have had to sort of like give a bit of explanation. But no, there's one girl. Like I kept trying to explain it to her, and she just. That girl was exceptionally stupid. I hung out with her once. That was enough. I think she was like a friend of a friend. Maybe they even like a friend of a friend of a friend. Cannot tell any jokes I hear at the bar. I'd be banned in a heartbeat. Hey, multiverse. Hey, me. Hey, me. Multiverse beat just shouted you out. Hey, Rara. You just got a shout out. Craving the dong. God damn it. I'm sorry in advance. That's your mom's autobiography. I'm sorry, Zach. I just. I couldn't stop it. Hey, Sherry Clark. All right, I guess shout out to Multiverse Beat, I guess. There are craveable dongs. I will take your word on that, Zach. I've never had any particular dong craving. Creamer or squirter? Hey, TM. Episode when people thought Lady Bird was racist. Vaguely, I don't. I think I have very vague memories of that episode, Anunnaki. And as I recall, what was it that they found out that she didn't like? I think it's like they figured out like at the end he was like really happy. It's like she's not racist. She just hates something like another group. Was it like she hated racist stuff? I mean, that is a thing, aluminum. Um, or more accurately, what happens is uh, dogs will pick up on the feelings of their owners. So if their owner is racist, their dog will kind of pick up on tension. So, like, the dog itself has no. The dog itself has absolutely no concept of race. It does not understand that idea. That's on The Wizard of Oz. Great movie. I've never read the book. I should read the book. I should honestly read the Oz books at some point. But the movie's amazing. Just black Labradors being made working dogs more than yellow labs? I don't know. Glad I have cats. They won't sell me out. Yeah. Yeah, cats don't really care what your feelings are. Whole book series is good, or is it good? Or dog's not cool. Like I said, it's what happens is they pick up on tensions between their owner and another person. So it's not that the dog itself is racist, it's that they will sense if their owner doesn't like somebody. Absolutely. A lot of most of the time, if a dog does something, it's probably going to be the owner's fault. Never watched Wacky Races now. Cats are definitely racist. Cats aren't racist. They hate everyone equally. I always thought those drug sniffing dogs would be heartbroken things. Probably. I imagine so. They just want to be good boys and help people. Cats run the world. I mean, cats basically domesticated themselves because it was like they just basically decided like, you know what? You're gonna take care of us from now on. If I could anamorph into any animal, which would I pick? Probably a cat. Yeah, I love that. I love that about cats. It is like they just decided, you know what? Fuck it, you do the work for me. You feed me. I have an island of Japan, just like rabbits. Yep. That said, all jokes aside, cats do feel love. They do love us. Honestly, I think one of my favorite moments in a comic, actually, in case the dogs or cats transitioning, I probably not because they don't have the concepts. Like they're not sentient. Yeah, there's a comic by the name of Animosity. Um, really good comic. It is a sort of horror comic. Uh, the premise is that one day animals suddenly become sentient and capable of speaking. And there's like this double page spread of different animals becoming self-aware, of like the moment when different animals became self-aware. One of them is a cat who is laying in bed with his owner and his owner's boyfriend, her boyfriend. And the cat wakes up the boyfriend and is like, if you ever touch her again, I will claw your fucking eyes out. And it's like, I love that moment because cats do love their owners. Planet of the Apes with house pets. Well, no, it's different from that. So it's like all animals all around the world suddenly become self-aware and capable of speech. They become intelligent all at once, all around the world. And it's a horror because it turns out the animals are just like people. Some of them are good. Some of them are shitty. Some of them are awful. And the world just goes completely to hell. It's a really good comic. I do recommend it. It is very, very good. Been a while since I read it. I really should give it a reread. It's been a while since I've read it, so I've forgotten most of it. The main story involves this older dog who's trying to get like this tween girl, this like 13, 14-year-old girl across the country to her brother. Would I want to live with dinosaurs? I mean, maybe if they're Flintstones style, but no, I imagine I would not want to live with dinosaurs. So, like, it starts in New York. The brother lives in California. So this dog is trying to get his owner from New York to California before he dies because he is old, and he's willing to do some pretty. He's honestly willing to do some pretty terrible shit to get her there. His love for her overrides any other sense of ethics or morality he may have. That is like seeing her safe is the only thing that matters to him. So it goes to some really dark places. And, obviously, people are also shitty. So it also goes to dark places with humans doing terrible things. Have I ever seen a dead body in real life? Not that I can recall. King Kong or Godzilla? Godzilla! The Mario movie end credit scene? I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what scene you're talking about. And I don't really care. Yeah, it's a really good comic. BronyCon? I don't know. I don't know that I'd want to go to a BronyCon. Or a PonyCon. That feels like a racist comment. How do I feel about a brony versus furry fighting circuit? I mean, I would probably bet on the furries, but hey, Aluminum. All right. Good night, Aluminum. Thoughts on ancient Sumerians? I read a little bit about ancient Sumer. I'd like to read more about it. It's something that I should read more about. Well, obviously, there's only so much, and there's only so much we actually know about them. But yeah, it's some interesting shit. I'm scaring the fans away. Yeah, I do that, Habibi. It's what I do. If I know anything, it's that I know nothing. Indeed. I used to go to Sumerian camp as a kid. No. JDOT has not popped up on these late night streams yet. Disneyland has Pride. Yeah, I heard about the Disneyland doing Pride nights. I mean, that's cool of them. It's a cool gesture that they're doing. Especially considering a lot of what is going on with Disneyland right now. Like a lot of the problem, like a lot of the. What are they doing? What do they do? I mean, they're just, it's basically just like a gay pride nights. I don't really know. I haven't really read that much detail about it, but a lot of the political shit that has been happening to Disneyland lately is because of they had been donating to the campaigns of various Florida legislators, including Republicans who pushed anti-queer legislation, and like in particular that "Don't Say Gay" bill. So like Disney got some flack for donating to the campaigns of anti-queer politicians, and Disney reacted to that backlash by going, you know what? Okay, fair enough. We'll stop supporting those politicians. The fact that they stopped supporting anti-queer politicians infuriated Republicans, who reacted by basically trying to do everything they could to make it harder for Disneyland to operate. Well, obviously not tariffs. It's a huge corporation. Of course, they bankroll politicians that I hate. All corporations do, because corporations don't actually care about principles. They care about getting their own agendas pushed. But essentially, what's essentially happened is because Disney is not actively anti-queer, Republicans have decided that they are terrible and must be defeated, have to be brought into line. We got to bring these Disney into line because they don't hate queer people. Bantering or do they care? So I believe that Disney wants to care, and they want to be seen as inclusive and welcoming to everybody. I think that's a big deal. Disney wants to be seen as a company that is welcoming to everybody. Do they care? They care to the extent that it is financially beneficial to care. Can you be a mod? Yeah, I'm not really modding anyone right now, Beth. They want that money. Yeah, absolutely. They all do it. almost every company does that. Hey, Sartai. Dog fighting attraction at Disneyland. They just want the gay bucks. Yeah. Oh yeah, Disney absolutely wants gay bucks. But it's worth noting, like, for decades, Disneyland has, people have been doing the Disney Gay Days at Disneyland, which Disney never actually endorsed. Disneyland, like Disney's official stance on those gay days was, it's just another day. What's amusing though, because Disney never actually condemned gay days, a lot of conservatives fucking hated them for it. Like, a lot of conservatives hated the fact that Disneyland didn't condemn the gay days. The fact that Disney's stance was, hey, we'll take any money, we'll take whatever money people want to spend. There were a fair number of conservatives who've hated that for decades. But, I mean, like, Disney never endorsed it. I think Disney never endorsed it because of financial stuff. Like, I suspect there were probably legal reasons why Disney never actually endorsed it. But they obviously never actually. Clearly, they were totally fine with it happening. What if DeSantis? I mean, they can't. I mean, DeSantis can't ban the Pride Night. Well, I mean, I want to say he can. If gay pride can be banned, DeSantis will absolutely find a way to ban it. At the moment, I don't think DeSantis could ban Pride Night. Global warming is real. Why isn't Walt Disney defrosted? He's got really good air conditioning. What are they really going to do then? Will Disney have to do to get me back? Honestly, they'd have to be broken up. Santa saying Disney has more to do with his big ego. Right. So what initially happened was, like, DeSantis lashing out at Disney for, hey, Tiffany. Yeah, like, DeSantis was lashing out at them at Disneyland for choosing to no longer support specific politicians in opposition to the Don't Say Gay bill. So Disneyland essentially came out against the Don't Say Gay bill. And yeah, DeSantis got pissy and lashed out. And now it has absolutely come down to it being an ego thing. Mickey Mouse versus DeSantis, Yoga. I mean, Disney's got the I think Disney's got the better lawyers, frankly. You don't fuck with the mouse. Hey, Sherry. Eyes women. A lot of it, yeah. Just stay out of all the Florida drama. Oh. It's nice they have the option. From Nepal? Oh, nice. Welcome, Dilly. Honestly, it's always been fucked up that Disneyland basically had complete and total control over its own like mini city. Like, that was always fucked up. The fact that Disneyland was effectively an autonomous zone. So I didn't oppose, so I wasn't necessarily opposed to stopping that. Like I'm not saying Republicans are wrong for trying to bring that autonomous zone to an end. I just think that the reason they're doing it is bullshit. Yeah, sure, Sherry. Ask me whatever. And I hate that it's. I genuinely. Can you like play a game? What game, Sherry? What's up with trans suicide rates? What's up is that trans people face a lot of discrimination in society. They face a lot of pressure uh, to hide who they are, and that shit is really, really tiring. You think other theme parks will follow? I don't know. Okay. Good night, Frida. They don't deserve the discrimination. They should be allowed to just be who they are. Let them live their Let them live their damn lives. Hard to say, Syrup, because I mean it's there's still a lot of discrimination. I mean, Missouri's attorney general essentially banned transition. There's a lot of states that are pushing all sorts of anti-trans legislation. There are genuine efforts. I mean, like, conservatives are still fighting really hard to ban trans people from existing. That is the end goal, is to ban trans people from existing. So yeah, I mean it's tiring shit. Hey, Toby. I mean, as far as like current suicide rates, I haven't looked into it. I'd have to look up current suicide rates and shit. And that's just depressing, so I don't really want to. Can we legally do that? They can if the courts are on their side. Suicide among all groups is up, which is not surprising. Well, it's a good thing that's not fucking happening, Crucible. Watch play game. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a good thing that's not actually fucking happening, Crucible. Yeah, I can absolutely understand. I can absolutely believe suicide among all groups being up. It's been a weird few. It's been the past few years have been pretty fucking weird. I mean, I don't really know anything about Jazz Jennings. Apparently, I guess she got bottom surgery, but she wasn't a child when it happened. She was an adult when she got the surgery because surgeries are only done on adults. Yeah, you know, you're gonna phrase it that way. Yeah, fuck off, boxing. Some states are consenting adult at 16. Well, that's the age of consent. Like that's the age of consent for sex. But even so, it's exceptionally rare for any sort of surgical procedures, for any sort of gender-related surgical procedures. It's exceptionally rare for any gender transition surgical procedures to be done earlier than 18. It's very, very rare. There's been a handful of like top surgeries on people under 18. And even with those, not all of those were for trans kids. That said, when we're talking about genital surgery for minors, you know when it is done? Intersex kids. All the bills that are set out to ban gender affirming care for trans youths, they've all got exceptions for intersex kids. Adults deciding for them what gender they're supposed to be, that's totally okay. Performing gender affirming surgery on intersex kids, conservatives are completely 100% okay with that, because that is usually used to enforce gender norms. What about HRT? What about it? Nothing wrong with gender norms. There is when they're being enforced. Gender norms are bullshit. Gender norms are bullshit. Let guys wear pretty dresses. Why not? And I don't mean let trans women wear dresses. I mean let guys. Let the manliest men. Thoughts on femicide? Not a fan. Yeah, let the manliest men out there wear dresses if they want to as well. Why not? Who cares? Like, what fucking difference does it make? Femicide? Killing girls. And stop them. But gender norms, the thing is, gender norms tend to discourage it. Discourage or stop? I mean, it can be the same a lot, really. Guys are brought up, told dresses are for girls, skirts are for girls, dresses are for girls, dresses are for girls, dresses are for girls. Like all their lives, that message is hammered into them. Dresses are for girls. Boys don't wear dresses. There's legal freedom and there's social freedom. Like there's legal freedom and then there's actual freedom. Because like legally, yes, they're allowed to wear a dress in public. They will be ostracized for it. Yeah, they will be the target of jokes. They will be mocked. They might actually be assaulted. But social pressure. They will face social pressure to not do it. And humans, being social creatures, are heavily affected by social pressure. That is another thing, Pitney. Yeah, job may discriminate against men who wears dress because a lot of places, a lot of workplaces have. Uh, Now that is something where, like, a lot of places do still have dress codes. Um, if a man wears a dress to work and the employer tells him it's a violation of the dress code, there is the possibility of like suing because I believe there are dress codes that close. I mean, fair. They're private establishments. If they want people to fit to meet certain guidelines, that's fair. And it's not allowed for anyone, regardless of gender, to wear dresses. Depending on the job, totally fair. You probably don't want somebody in a dress if the job is working a factory floor where there's a lot of moving bits where clothes can get caught, right? Um, if you have a job candidate who's a man wearing a dress, someone may not hire. Yeah, there is that. And yeah, they're not going to say we're not hiring you because you're wearing a dress. They won't say that, but yeah, I mean, but I suspect they'll at least in like North America and probably a lot of other Western countries, in a lot of countries, there probably are laws that like the laws that are in place probably would prevent a workplace from, say, firing somebody for wearing a dress. Um, that would be discrimination. That would be discriminatory. But a lot of workplaces, the employees would probably, it would probably make the guy pretty unpopular if he wore a dress to work. Again, he'd face a lot of mockery. He'd probably not get a lot of. It would probably hurt um, his position at work. I've never heard of it being. We had a dude wear a kilt to work when I was still in office. Kilts are a different thing. I've never heard of it. Like, I've never heard of any instances of that happening in a workforce. I know it's happened at schools. I know there have been instances where a boy has worn a skirt, has worn a dress to school, and been told that it was in violation of the dress code and he had to change, and he's challenged. And I think in every instance, one is a kilt a skirt or a dress. It's neither. A kilt is not a skirt or a dress. It is. I mean, technically, it is a skirt, but because of its historical role, it's viewed differently from a skirt. Men are allowed to wear men are allowed to wear kilts because that is sort of a uh, traditional article of clothing. Rowdy Paper wore them. Yep. But if a guy were to wear, I mean, even with a kilt, the guy might actually end up getting poked fun out of it. Because kilts get made fun of as people make fun of kilts as well for being skirts. So you might still, even with a kilt, a guy may still be the target of jokes, but it's not going to be. It's less likely to be as mean spirited as if he wears an actual skirt. Hey, sweet Caroline. Why is it socially unacceptable to not wear a bra? Suppose because bras are, for a lot of people, bras are really uncomfortable. Places of work where women are required to wear dresses or skirts and no pants. That is bullshit, and I think illegal, Gator. I think that might actually be illegal in a lot of countries. Dad used to wear a kilt for a while, not even Scottish. Well, your dad sounds terrible. It's frowned upon to not wear. Oh. Oh. Huh. When did they make it legal for women to vote in the 60s? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know when women's suffrage happened in the U.S. I don't even know when it happened in Canada. You like competing in the silent games things? I don't know. That feels like cultural appropriation, but I don't know. Shoulder pads and power suits? Ew. Never voted? Is that okay? I mean, it's not optimal. But I'm not going to be the one to call you out on that. I didn't vote in an election until I was 31, so I'm not going to be the one to call anybody out. What you going to do on my days off? I don't know. Do you believe presidents are selected, not elected? To a certain extent. I don't believe that votes just don't matter. Where I don't buy into the conspiracy theory that the elections are literally rigged in advance. Like I don't believe that bullshit. I think it's more a matter of voters sort of being convinced that they have to vote a certain way. First election I would have been able to vote in. First one I would have been able to vote in would have been 2003. That was when I turned 18. I don't know if there was an election in 2003. Oh, shit. 24 years ago. I don't remember. Not 24. 19 years ago. 19 years ago. I don't really remember. Right? 20. No, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. So I don't really remember what the elections were around that time. Is that Bush v. Well, no, Bush v. Gore was 2000, and that was also U.S. I'm Canadian. I've never been eligible to vote. I've never been eligible to vote in an American election, seeing as I am Canadian. Yeah, Bush v. Gore was 2004 was Bush v. Kerry. Can I have your vote? Don't vote Republican. Or like an American team. I am insulted. How dare you, sir? Tony Blair? I didn't really know that much about Tony Blair. I didn't really pay that much attention to UK politics. And I still don't really pay much attention to UK politics. I get bits and pieces of it from people I follow on Twitter. So I know enough about UK politics to know that the Tories are fucking terrible, and Brexit is a disaster. But beyond that, I don't really know a lot of details. Am I registered to throat? I like it when the Brits yell at each other. We get a little bit of that in Canada as well, but not as much because we're more polite. Love the yelling in Parliament. Yeah, because I mean, we've got Parliament as well. Who was that lady that quit in the UK? I don't remember. Because yeah, I mean, Canada also has a parliamentary system, so we also have, the question time and that sort of things. But we don't really seem to get the same yelling that British Parliament has. Yeah, lady that quit. Was it May? Was it Theresa May? The woman who was prime minister for 15 minutes? And then is it Rishi Sunak who's prime minister of the UK right now, or is he 420? Yep. It's the weed hour. It's the weed time. Yeah, is Rishi Sunak the current prime minister of the UK? Why doesn't Nancy Pelosi step down? Because she feels entitled to stay as long as she wants to. She's got dementia. Um, I don't know if Pelosi has it, but Dianne Feinstein has dementia. Like I've heard people talking about Dianne Feinstein having dementia and inexplicably being allowed to stay in office. Canadians just say, "Hey, sorry, buddy." The Brits are like, "Look, bro, it's what BBC or on the old Denny." Yeah, her. Yeah, it's Dianne Feinstein, who everybody on the left is saying, like, get her out, make her resign, force her out of the office so she can be replaced by somebody who will do the fucking job. And then the Democrats are like, no. Because God's forbid the Democrats actually do something smart. That's not the way the Democratic Party works. Yeah, it's the benefits and 15 years, yeah. I have one weirdly accurate about U.S. politics and Florida drama. Because I just see shit on Twitter. Do I support Black Quebecois? It's sometimes kinda. Like it's like they're not. I don't agree with all of their positions. I haven't really read all their positions. Canadian, yes, it is specifically a Quebec thing. I think it only exists in Quebec, hence Bloc Québécois. But it is a Quebec specific political party. They regularly advocate for Quebec to be independent of Canada, to be separate for separatism, which I don't really want, which I kind of don't want to support. I think a lot of their other policies do tend to be fairly leftist, but I'm not totally sure. Is it normal to know more about Destiny and Dana than Justin Trudeau? Sadly, it probably is normal. Anyway, it's 2 hours. It's about 4:30. It's 4:30 in the morning. So I think I'm going to end the stream here. This has been mostly fun. Not sleepy. Not particularly sleepy. I'll probably be up for another hour or two, but still ending the stream. Permanent time? Pretty much enough. I mean, the next couple days I'll be on at more reasonable hours, but yeah, as long as I'm on night shift, then yeah. And I hope to be on night shift for a long, long time. So, thanks for coming. And I'll be on like 7 or 8 in the evening tomorrow, tonight, today, whatever. I'll be back in like 12, 15. I'll be back in like 15 hours. And yeah. Good night.